Oh God! You can tell now it's getting darker now because I look more grainy. If I try and move it anywhere else, it looks odd. So anyway, I'll do it like this. Sorry in advance. But hello. Well, I wonder if I can actually change up ideas. Oh God! Yeah, let's do that. Hello. I'm a bit blind now, but at least you can see my face. Anyway, hello, Bookish Brits. Andrew here. Very late. It's getting dark now. And the light of my phone is burning. So, quick video reactions to a book that has kind of got me into a bit of a reading slump. Stupid book. No, stupid book. I love this book too much. Okay, and the book in question, I actually read last month when I was in New York, is Goldenhand by Garth Nix. This is the 5th book in the Old Kingdom series. This is published in the United Kingdom by Hotkey Books. So, quick summary. This takes place 6 months after the events of the last book, which is Abhorsen in the series. So we have Lariel, who is the Abhorsen in waiting, and she receives a message that something is happening across the wall, which we have kind of already read with the short story of Nicholas Sage and the creature in the case. Yes, that's right. I thought I said the surname wrong. So it kind of runs along that side, and then it diverts in a very different direction, which kind of links to the books that we've already read, which is Clariel, Laria, and Abhorsen. So, and how that's interwoven. At the same time as that's happening, we have a new character coming from the north, trying to Fring, and she's trying to relay a message from to her mother, from a woman who is trying to pass a message on to her daughter. So she has to go down to the clay, and the daughter is actually Lariel. So what is the message, and how has it got linked to this? Right. I've kind of summed up really, really quickly. I'm so sorry. That's the best way to do it without being very, very spoilery. I got this before I went to New York, and my plan was to get this book and to blitz it before New York, because I didn't want to take this to New York. That didn't happen. It took me... I read so much of it on the plane, because I basically had to. I was like, I've got to read this on the plane. I didn't finish it till after New York, but I read so much on the plane. I love this book. This book got me into a flipping reading slump. That's how much I love this book. I think I forgot how much I loved this book. I think also because I read Clariel, which is a prequel which came out 2 years ago, which is set before the events of Sabriel and Lariel and Abhorsen. I had really high expectations, and it didn't reach the expectations I wanted. I kind of went into this very, okay, brace yourself, this might not work. But as soon as I read the first 2 chapters, I kind of went, yeah, I'm going to love it. And I loved it so much. I forgot how much I loved this world. I forgot how much I love Lariel and Nicholas and Sabriel and Touchstone and Matthew. Matthew? Yeah, Matthew. Matt. Hang on. And it's Matthew, I'm positive. It is, it's positive, isn't it? Sam. Ow! Oh, that's a dent in a book. You'd think I would know this, but I just loved it. It's the world building and the creativity and the ideas behind the magic. And if you're a fantasy fan, this series is brilliant for you. It's so good, and it's nice to have these female characters, and they're strong female characters, physically and emotionally and mentally. And Garth Nix writes this world. Brain's gone blank. That's how much I love this world. This world is just so good, and I love the magic, and I love him adding layers to the world. Like, if we read Sabriel, and then you read this, which I wouldn't recommend, they're 2 very different books, and the worlds are so different, but it's still the same world. He's just adding more layers to it, so much more cultures and ideas, and he's broadening it out, and is making it more interesting and more diversified. And it's just great. It's great that this is happening, and we're getting to know this stuff. I am going to tell you something in advance with this book. If this is your first book that you want to read of Garth Nix, don't do it. Do not read this book. The main reason for this is you need to know every other book, all the information. So if you're going to read this, you want to read this, great, go for it. But read the others first. So you need Lariel and Abhorsen. You need Though you need those two books because this follows on almost immediately afterwards, like 6 months afterwards. So it's a very short space of time. So you need to read the Lariana Porson. You might want to read Sabriel and Clario at the same time. So this is a book. This is a book in a series. This is like the, you know, it's sort of there. You need that book. You need to read the rest. You don't need. So if you are going to go into the Old Kingdom, Sabriel or Clario are your best choices. Those two, because they're the standalones. Like you don't need to read. Like Clario is set about 600 years prior to the events of Sabriel. But it's when you read Clario, it is so crucial to read Clario for this book because there are events that happen in Clario which we needed in this book. I love this book. I love this series. I love this world. I'm planning, touch wood, to reread all 5 books and the 2 short stories next year. That is my plan. Whether I stick to it or not is anyone's guess, but I love this world. I love the characters. I love what Garth Nix is doing in this world. And he is so... I can't gush about this series enough. This is one of my favourite fantasy series. And for someone who hates zombies, zombies are in this book. They're not zombies, but, you know, they're dead. But I don't like zombies, but zombies, they work in this book. Garth writes them in a way which is really interesting. Yes, love this series. Love this book. I hugely recommend you reading Sabriel or Clario. And the light is blinding me now, so I'm going to end the video now. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you keep reading, and see you guys soon. Don't know why I was going to say bye like that. Bye. No. Bye. How long will it take to upload these videos? Who knows?